Hey guys, if you are newly postpartum and you are looking to get back into your exercise routine safely, this video is for you. Now, of course, there are nuances to that, so I'm going to say this video is geared mostly towards someone who had a pretty uncomplicated vaginal or C-section delivery. Either one would work with what I'm going to show you. And if you are struggling with symptoms, please seek out help. There are so many amazing pelvic floor PTs, and I highly recommend that. So if you are, let's say, like 3 days postpartum, you can start with lying down 360-degree breathing. I am not going to get into all of that because I have another video about 360-degree breathing, so go check that out. You could just do it lying down in your bed while you're recovering or whatever, in your hospital bed, however, wherever you are. The progression to that, when you're starting to feel better, would be to start seated on something, like even on your bed, or then moving to something that is harder. From there, you could do it in not only a standing position, still working on the 360-degree breathing, but going into a wall squat and doing the same breath, okay? And then from there, you could even add doing wall angels. So you're going to exhale as you reach your arms up. That would be where your exhale is. You're going to inhale as you return the arms. And that would be my suggestion for anywhere from about 0 to 6 weeks starting. After that, once you're cleared for exercise, I'm going to show you a good core progression here. So you're going to lie down on your back. You're going to start with what's called heel slides. So you want to find your neutral spine, which just means your ribs and hips are in alignment. Your pelvis is not tucked under or overly extended. So you want to feel a little bit of your sacrum hitting the floor here. You're going to then have your hands on your pelvis just so you have good feedback from yourself. You are going to slide one heel out. So I would recommend doing this maybe like with socks on a hardwood floor or something where you can actually slide. And then you're going to pull that leg actively back in. So you're going to alternate. Again, you're going to slide out. You're going to push your heel down and pull in. So you're going to fire up the glutes and hamstrings with that pull. But as you're doing this, you are exhaling to extend the leg. If you can continue the exhale, I would still do that through the pull and just inhale to reset, and then exhale, extend the leg out and pull it back in. I should be wearing socks. That would be a much better demonstration right now. But you're going to do, once you can build up to 30 of those while remaining steady, then you can move on to the next progression, which is going to be a single leg march. So you're going to actively press one foot down into the floor. On an exhale, you're going to pick up the opposite knee. So make sure that nothing changed through your ribs and through your pelvis when you pick that leg up. Otherwise, you might not be ready to do this progression. You want to make sure that you are at this point able to actually feel your core helping you do the lift and holding that leg. And then you can go into lowering that foot down or that leg down. Imagine you're dipping your toes in water. The farther the leg goes, the harder it is. So definitely start conservatively, okay? And then you can build up to going out a little bit more, but maybe do about 3 sets of 10 on each leg. To progress from there, you would do the same thing, but with both legs. So both legs are up, nothing moved. I really am feeling a lot happening here to hold my legs. Now, I'm not newly postpartum, so I understand if that's difficult for you to feel. There's a lot that you can work on to get there, but I want you to be able to feel your core actually working. And then you're going to alternate, dropping one leg down at a time. Again, making sure nothing is changing through the pelvis. You should not be rocking or feeling it in your back. If you start to actually feel it in your back, I would say you don't have enough strength there yet to go into the next progression. So back it back down. So after you've done your marching, then you're going to lift one leg back at a time. And I always like to start in this tabletop to make sure people are actually feeling the connection before they go into something more difficult. Then you can extend both legs up. And really, this is awesome because you're going to start to get a stretch, and lower one leg down at a time. And again, how low you go depends on how much strength you feel you have. You can start really, really tiny, okay? After that, so now we're like way down into progressions. Then You're gonna squeeze the legs together, get those inner thighs active and firing, and you're gonna do both legs. And this I find usually has to be very small. If you go too low, you're probably gonna wanna start lifting those ribs. If not, awesome, you've got a super strong core and you're ready to continue your progression. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments. I love to talk about pregnancy and postpartum. Okay, bye.